Welcome to the first devlog of my new game, Laser Bounce. So, Laser Bounce is a puzzle game where your goal is to shoot a laser into the sphere, the goal. I've been working on this for about 70 hours now, and I feel like it's at a pretty good point to start filming these devlogs. You see, right now I'm just playing the first couple levels. We can drag mirrors, we can rotate mirrors. We can also move and rotate other pieces too, but right now it's just mirrors. I only have a couple levels made right now because I want to finish everything before I start making a bunch of levels. Making the levels is going to be the last thing I do. This is the last of the tutorial levels. So hopefully these couple levels give you a decent idea about how the game plays and how it looks. And before I go over just like everything I have finished up to this point with the app, I want to go over the origin of this game. Like, I've made Laser Bounce. I've made this game before, but I've made it on Dreams for PS4. And now I'm recreating it for mobile. So let me just go into the Dreams version and show you guys the finished product there. All right, so we're in Dreams. Again, it's a PS4 game. If you're a regular viewer of mine, you probably know what Dreams is. But if not, you can get it on the PS4 for about 40 bucks. And there it is. Let me just show you guys a little bit of it. So the menu's a little bit different. Mainly because the version I'm now making is for mobile, and this was for a giant TV screen. TV rather. But see, we have 30 levels. Settings menu, credits. No in-app purchases. That is not allowed in Dreams. But if I just, I like showing this level off. I mean, you'll see that it looks pretty much identical. I did change a couple things in the new version, but, I mean, you can still drag and drop mirrors. The controls are different. So in the mobile version, you tap to rotate, but with this, you hover and then use the D-pad. I'm just going to complete this level. So some things in this level that you didn't see in the first 5 levels that I showed off, you have these activators where if you shine the correct color laser through them, they turn on the thing they're connected to, in this case, doors. So if a red laser shines through the red activator, it opens the door. If the white laser shines through the red activator, it also opens the door. That's because white lasers work for any color. If the blue laser shines through the red activator, as you could guess, it does not open the door. So if I just solve this level really quick, the trick with this level is that you need to shine the white laser through this blue activator. And you need to shine this red activator through this gate into this activator. And if we do this, well, okay. Let's try that again. There you go. So we win the level, and we can go to the next level, replay the level, or go to the main menu. Here's another level. So I think you get the point. I've made this game in Dreams, and it's a full game. Admittedly, there aren't very many levels. I'd like to have like over 100 levels, but it's kind of annoying to make levels in Dreams. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of tedium. But let's get back to the Godot version. So back in Godot, I'm just gonna make this full screen. This is actually the same level. 55 is just a test level. Don't worry about that. But this is like the only level I've made that's complicated so far. The reason is because I want to wait until everything else is finished before making the levels. Just to avoid a situation where I have to go through every single level I make and change something. I mean, like, as you see, oh, the goal should be yellow. That's my bad. You know, let me fix that right now. Maybe it'll be interesting to like watch me fix this. So I have a folder for levels, and each theme is in a different folder. So theme 1 is the tutorial levels, but we want to go to tests and level 20. Here it is. If I go to the goal, we can actually just change the color. I'm going to make it, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna make it yellow. Why isn't it changing? Oh. Let's make it yellowish. It doesn't matter because the point of this level is that the red and blue lasers can't activate it, but the white one can. Again, the white laser can activate any color. So now if we play it and go to level 20, it should, yes, have a yellow. Have a yellow color. If it was a white goal, that means any laser would work with it, which makes the level significantly easier. But let's just solve this level. I've gotten permission from Media Molecule to actually use the exact same sounds from the Dreams game in this game. I literally just recorded them from Dreams. I got a lot of compliments on the sound for the Dreams version of this, so I'm really happy I was able to use these sounds in the app. So there you go. Level complete. I'm planning on having this great job message, like a bunch of different messages. Some more sarcastic than others. Some other mechanics that aren't shown off in this level. In this level, we have the two types of activators, right? The gate activator and the absorber activator. So the gate, you shine the laser through. The absorber, you hit it with a laser. There's also a mirror activator. So, I mean, obviously it's a mirror, but it also activates something. Another thing is doors aren't the only thing that can be activated. So activators can also hook into lasers. So if the activator activates, the laser would then turn on. I've considered having other things turn on, like mirrors, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know how I would convey to the player that the mirror was off. As for other mechanics, there's a laser that it's like a laser combined with an absorber. So like it's an absorber on the back of the laser. I think do I have it? You can shine a laser into it and then the laser would shoot. This is a pretty cool piece. So that's it for mechanics. The wall design is a little different from in Dreams. I think it looks a lot better. The gate design is different. The original gates looked kind of like mirrors, and it was kind of confusing, so I changed them up. But yeah, so that's it for the modeling. I've gone over the mechanics. Let me go over what I have done in this, like in the Godot version so far. It's quite a lot. I still have a good amount of work to do, but yeah, let's just cover like everything that's done. That's like pretty much done. The mechanics of the game. I'm at a point where I'm gonna say pretty much again, but pretty much make any level I want. I don't believe activators turning on lasers is implemented yet. It would not be too hard to do though. Everything else is implemented. So I could make any level I want. Again, I've said this like twice, but I don't want to just make a bunch of levels right now because I might have to change stuff. And then I'd have to go through. I mean, you see how how I'm doing it. It's not like I'm creating these levels from a text file. Each level is its own scene. So God forbid I would have, if let's say I have 100 levels and then I mess something up, like I messed something up, which is very possible, and I'd have to go through and add something to every single level. If there was 100 levels, that would be not good. But anyway, I am at the point where I can pretty much make any level I want. So for the mechanics, they're done. What else? The visuals. I spent a good amount of time last week on stream. I stream this, by the way. Link in the description if you want to watch me every Saturday and Sunday. But I spent last stream making it look better. So I added lighting. I added shadows. I added a vignette, which you probably didn't notice until I pointed it out, but it's very subtle. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it looks. What else? The UI. So we have 4 tabs. May add a 5th one, but we have the game tab, which plays a sound when I click it, even though we're already selected on it. That's a bug. We have the level select. The level select is cool because it's these buttons are programmatically generated. So it reads the folders. It goes through each file in the test folder, theme 1 folder, and then whatever folder I add. And for every scene in these folders, it creates a button, which is nice because every level I make, I'm not going to have to go back and make a button for it. It just makes the buttons for me. And you probably noticed that there are these gold stars here. So that's another thing that's finished. Saving. Your progress is completely saved. So if you finish a level, it remembers. If we close it down and go back in, it remembers your progress. The store. So this is where the second tab comes into play. This is like a customization page. This is not a store yet. Right now they're all black. I will have icons for all these, but these all work. So if I make the default laser, if I put it to spheres, if I change the laser sound to a different sound, if I change the default background, change the tiles, let's go dark mode. The game looks a little bit different now. You'll notice the laser is a little bit different too. These all work. There's only 2 of each right now and then 3 tiles, but I have a lot of plans for these. And again, there will be an icon for each one of these. That's why they're giant black boxes right now. There are no icons. And in the same vein of this, I plan on having some sort of currency where you'll be able to unlock these. You'll start off with only the default, and through beating levels or buying currency, you'll be able to get currency to unlock a bunch of different customizations. I think that currency purchasing should be in a separate tab, though. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. The final tab is the settings. We have sound effects, and this works. Music, no music yet, but it will work when I add music. Well, and then I'll have to make it work, but you know. Camera sensitivity, this definitely works. And remove ads. So it doesn't work because I'm on the PC, but on Android, and I'll get to all the other Android stuff, but on Android, this actually triggers an in-app purchase. It's not implemented yet, so you'll still have ads even if you buy this, but I do have in-app purchases working, which is really, really exciting. I was struggling with that for quite a while. Reset save data isn't going to be a part of the game, but it helps with testing. So that's it for the tabs. I think the only other thing to cover is like Oh, and sorry if I didn't say this. Like all of your choices are saved. So like if I exited the game like this and come back, they would all be saved. All your settings are saved. What I don't have implemented, well, let me get to what, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just finish what we do have implemented. The last thing is the hint system. So, I mean, there's not really a hint system yet, but you press this and the button counts down. If you're playing, it gets disabled. When you have 0 and you press it, a pop-up comes up, watch an ad to get a hint. This will change. All of this is going to change. We're not going to be able to buy hints like that. That doesn't make any sense. I made this before I decided on having currency. So I think I will keep watch an ad to get a hint though, but I'm going to add, well, actually, now that I think about it, maybe we don't have hints at all. Maybe it's just you spend currency. You just straight up are spending your currency instead of having to buy hints, which is kind of lame. So you just press the hint button and then it takes away your currency and you get a hint. And then when you don't have enough currency, then something pops up saying, watch an ad to get a hint, or buy some currency so you can afford another ad, something like that. But this does work. Notice how it's disabled, the OK button. That's because we're not on Android. If we were, we would be able to press the OK button and then an ad would play and then the hint counter would count up. So let's go no thanks. So ads work. Oh, and banner ads also work. I could show you them, but I mean, you can just take my word for it. They work. It's not that exciting. So yeah, and it's through AdMob. But that's pretty cool. And that's everything, I believe. That is everything that's implemented so far. So now let's go over what I haven't done yet. I think the best place to do that is the Trello. I just recently made this, so it's not super filled out, but let's take a gander at the backlog. Create the levels, obviously. Currency. So this shadow setting, I need a setting to toggle shadows on and off. I feel like players would like that option. I need to make more backgrounds, tiles, lasers, laser sounds, obviously, but it needs to be said. Level complete screen should have custom continue button and restart button. This is actually finished. You probably saw that, and I think it looks pretty nice. Might want to add some sort of sound, some sort of celebration sound or something, but, well, let's add that. Level complete celebration sound. I do want something like that. Separate tab for customizations and purchasing currency. That could probably go in here, but it's fine. Currently selected tab should have a different background. This is just a little polish thing. And then the other big thing, though, is localization. I just recently started with that, and it shouldn't be too bad, but I just need to go through the entire app and change all of the hard-coded strings to use the Godot's localization, like built-in localization. It's very, very convenient, by the way. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything left to do. One thing I did forget to mention that I still need to do, I'm sure I forgot other stuff, but is the hint system, specifically like actually implementing it. So when you click this button, it would basically somehow it would tell you where to put your piece. And it's easy to say that, but to actually implement something like that might be annoying. I think I basically need to like hard code the solution for every single level, and then maybe it would display like a ghost piece. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out, but that's an issue for another time. Again, this devlog isn't going over how I made this. With that said, I do want to cover one thing. Which is laser bouncing. So how did I implement laser bouncing? I am not amazing at vector math. specifically the math to calculate reflections. Basically, what I did was I realized that every bounce in this game was always 90 degrees. It was always 90 degrees. So I just had to figure out if it was bouncing left or right. That's the only thing I had to figure out. Each bounce is a separate object. This isn't like one mesh. Every bounce I spawn in another, I call it a beam. So the laser spawns a beam. This beam hits a mirror and spawns another beam. So on and so forth until it hits something that is not a mirror. All right. When it hits something that is a mirror, the function bounce is called. But we're not worrying about that. What we're curious about is how do I know which way to rotate? Because again, it's only rotating 90 degrees, either left or right. All right, so we have a raycast that is in the direction the beam is going. And from that raycast, we create two vectors, D2 and R2. Notice how they're not 3D vectors. They're actually 2D vectors. Because the game is 2D. It's not a 3D. I mean, yes, the visuals are 3D, but the game itself is basically 2D. And before you ask, why didn't I just make it 2D? I think 3D looks cooler. So, but we have D and R. D2 and R2. D2 is the vector of the beam. R2 is the vector of the bounce. All right. And the angle is the angle between them. And it just so happens that if the angle is greater than 0, it needs to rotate negative 90 degrees. And if the angle is less than 0, it has to rotate 90 degrees. That's pretty much it for the rotation. I think I have something that this gets the closest tile. Somewhere I fix position. So if you're wondering about the actual position of the beam, I am basically snapping the position of the beam to the center of a tile. So this way, it doesn't matter what shape the mirror is. It doesn't matter how off it is. It always starts at the center of a tile. And then it's always rotating 90 degrees left or right. That's how laser bouncing works. In the next devlogs that I do, I'd like to get more into like how I do stuff. This devlog, again, I'm not really covering anything. If you guys want me to go over something, let me know and I will make a video of it. But I don't want to make this video too long. So the last thing I just want to talk about is what's going to be in the next devlog. I want to implement the currency system. I'm going to implement the currency system, and then that's what it's going to be on. The next devlog is going to be on the currency system. The counter will be in the top right, and yeah, I mean, hopefully, well, not hopefully, you'll be able to purchase currency. You'll get currency for beating levels, and you'll be able to unlock these themes, right? Baby steps, tests, etc., etc., etc. They're basically level packs with currency. And you'll also be able to unlock, I don't think I said this yet, but additional customization things with currency. So that's what the next devlog is going to be. If you made it this far, congrats. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. This is my first Godot game ever. Like, I have a computer science degree. I know how to code, but I've never actually tried to make a mobile game before. If you want to test this game, let me know. Specifically, let me know on my Twitch stream. At the end of every stream, I upload a new APK to the internal test build, where all the testers can play the updated version. We only have about 10 right now, so there's 90 more slots. again, if you want to be a tester, you need an Android phone, and ask me on my stream on Saturdays and Sundays, and I will add you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I stream the development of this, of Laser Bounce, every Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully I'll see you there. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna